We're live here at Moscow, Russia, in the opening match of the 2018 FIFA World Cup between host nation Russia and Saudi Arabia. No, not really. But it'd be pretty cool if that was the case, but we are indeed still uh, 6 or 7 months away from that. But as you can see, guys, behind me, the snow is falling. It's the first day of the season of snowfall, and it's been falling for a while now. Can you imagine if the opening match of the World Cup took place in the winter in Russia and they were playing in these kind of conditions? Oh my god, you stick some Arabs out there in the snow, they're not going to have a fun time, I guarantee you. Well, anyway, speaking of Group A, I wanted to use this moment to talk about another Group A team, which is Uruguay. And I've been long touting Uruguay as a potential overlooked World Cup trophy contender for this tournament, and I still feel that way. And I look at Uruguay now. The other day I was looking at their roster. A lot of the problems that Uruguay had in the past with their midfield, those look mostly sorted out at the moment. You have new players coming in from the under-23s as well. So it's an influx of youth and experience in this Uruguay team. Guys like Diego Roland, Vecino, Giorgio de Arrascaeta, what's his name? I don't know, his Rodrigo Bentancur. All these young guys who are 25 or 26 and younger coming into the squad that are fulfilling Valverde. All these guys that are coming in and filling midfield roles. Uruguay look really solid. Really solid. And we play them in the first match of our campaign, which is not the opening match of the tournament. It's the match after the opening match. All in Group A. I'm scared. I'm scared of this Uruguay team. This is the same team that, for the first time ever, has avoided going to the playoffs from the South American region in their zone. They finished second in South America. Second in the most difficult qualifying region in the world. A history-breaking record for Uruguay, who always finishes in fifth and goes to the playoff. Only second to Brazil. If you finish in the top three of the CONMEBOL region, you're in the discussion for being a team that could possibly go all the way in Russia next summer. And I fully believe that. Because you look at this team, yes, they had Diego Forlan in 2010, but this Uruguay team is much more well-rounded and is a better team, in my opinion, overall, than that 2010 team. If that 2010 team had this midfield, they might have won the World Cup. Or at least they would have gotten to the final, in my opinion, when they went out in the semis to the Netherlands. Guys, I feel Uruguay is the most overlooked, not talked about potential World Cup outside candidate. You know, people talk about Germany, Brazil, Spain, France, Argentina. I mean, if you're going to bring Argentina into the conversation, you have to bring Uruguay, because Uruguay was more impressive than Argentina. Throughout most of the qualifying season, they finished ahead of them too. You know, Argentina was looking like they were heading out. They might not even make it, or they might have to go to the playoff spot. Uruguay, as early as with just 3 or 4 games remaining in South America, they looked relatively comfortable. They were looking like they were going to finish in the top 3 spot. They finished in the second position. Uruguay looks good, guys. They look really good, and this is all coming to a head. This is all what manager Oscar Tabarez has done in the last 10 or 11 years that he's been with this team. I said 2010 was the beginning of the renaissance for Uruguay, and now it looks like Uruguay is entering its golden years, because this is the best Uruguay team I've ever seen. This is the best I've ever seen Uruguay. They finally have a midfield to complement their defense, their back line, and other forwards up front. The only thing I'm concerned about, though, is Suarez. Luis Suarez is not having a great season with Barcelona. He's not playing at his best at the moment, but look at Cavani at PSG. He is on fire. Cavani's in the best form of his life. You know, if Suarez comes in for Uruguay next summer and he kicks into his form and Uruguay keeps playing the way they're doing, I consider Uruguay contenders. I consider them, considering the group they got that was very kind to them. You know, round of 16, tough matchup against one of Portugal or Spain, but it's winnable, especially if they get Portugal. Quarterfinals against France, that's winnable because France hasn't been very convincing. Potential semis against Brazil, that'll be difficult. But if all the right boxes tick for Uruguay with just the right amount of luck as well, I think they're contenders. I really think they're contenders to win this trophy, and I think they are the most overlooked contender at the moment right now. You finish second in South America, that raises alarm bells. You know, I said I think at least 6 or 7 different countries can win the World Cup next summer. Uruguay's right up there with them. So, you know, if Suarez joins the rest of his team and he puts on a better performance than he has with Barcelona this season, I'm scared of Uruguay, especially that opening match. We are outmatched on every position in the field, in my opinion. So, for Egypt, it would just be great to just get a draw in that first match against Uruguay. That'd be great. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Uruguay should top this group. They should get 9 points in this group. They should have a decent path to the quarterfinals at least, and then from there anything can happen. You know, so leave a comment below, like, subscribe. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day with the snow here, and I'll see you hopefully later, either later today or tomorrow, God willing. Have a good day. Much love and peace out.